I am a working homeopath and a full-time mom. I have my IG page, which is in the name of Dr. Sarita Bhatia Jain. I practice at Ulhasnagar and Kalyan clinics in the evenings. And uh, whatever I speak, whatever I post on my page also comes combining my medical expertise along with my experiences with my boy and my patients. Today, I will be talking about a few things or a few measures that we need to take while dealing with minor injuries with kids at home. Injury, hurt, most dreaded part. Every parent dreads their child getting hurt, right? So let's see how much ever baby proofing we do, how much ever cautious we are. Certain things are definitely inevitable. Say fall from the bed, fall from the sofa, just hitting the bat or just dashing against the wall. So I'll be talking about a few common injuries that take place in the household and what are the basic first aid measures you should do and in which cases you need to visit the medical facility. First and the most common type of injury is the blunt trauma, that is hitting the head with the wall, a cricket bat, or a ball, or just falling from the bed or something like that. It's basically any injury which doesn't involve an active bleeding but appears like a swelling, becomes red. The child cries out of pain. First thing you have to do is always keep an ice pack at home. With this ice pack, you just have to apply a very hard pressure. Child may not allow you to touch it. Make the child at ease as it is he's crying. The pressure from the ice pack will help control any kind of internal bleeding, and then the coldness that comes from the ice pack helps to numb off the pain. Homeopathic remedies, arnica, best. Always keep it at home. Whenever the child gets hurt, befikar, start arnica. It will deal with all the pain. However, if you feel it is major, the child is puking after a head injury, or if it is not getting under control, please visit the medical facility. Second, a nasty cut, a bad abrasion, basically anything that comes from outdoors. Fall from a bike, where the child slides into the mud and there is a injured knee or an injured hand, there is peeling off of skin and exposure to mud. In such cases, first thing you have to do is wash the wound with good amount of antiseptic soap and water. That will help to wipe off all the mud and prevent any kind of infection on the wound. Second thing you have to do is clean it with an antiseptic solution. If you see any dirt, any debris that are getting collected over there, please visit the physician to get it cleaned by your doctor. If not, then you can very well treat it at home. Next thing, uh, whenever this happens, you have to avoid getting exposure to just a second. Whenever such things happen, you just have to avoid applying turmeric or any oil or any kind of non-medicated stuff on that thing. Any non-medicated thing, though you feel turmeric is a very good healer, but on open wounds, it tends to give more supports infection rather than healing. Internally जो देना है दे दीजिए. दूध में हल्दी डाल के पिलाइए for healing. Do anything. Homeopathically, again, arnica comes to the rescue. Second thing is calendula ointment or calendula tincture. It works wonders in healing the open wounds. Third and the most important thing, if you feel that the swelling is more, the pain is more, please visit your doctor and get it assessed whether it needs antibiotics, whether it needs any painkillers, or whether there is a fracture underneath. Don't forget to take your tetanus shots. In such cases where mud is exposed, you definitely want your child to get the TT shots. Third, again, not very common because we are very cautious with these things. Any injury involving sharp objects, knife, scissors, any sharp object, or any injury that causes a part to bleed. Say दीवार लग गई और यहाँ कट गया. So you need to get it assessed by the doctor whether the injured area needs stitches or it needs any kind of dressing. If I say it is a small cut from a scissor or a knife, fine. Wash it with again antiseptic soap and water. Apply calendula ointment as well as you have to give the TT shots. Okay, but if it is deep, you have to apply ice pack to control the bleeding. Make sure you apply good pressure so that the bleeding stops. And then visit your physician, get it assessed, whether it needs any stitches, whether it needs any dressing, whether it needs any kind of antibiotics and stuff like that. Another one, animal bites. Dogs, cats, be it pet, be it stray. Most common. Insect bites, you go to the garden, you have surrounding trees and you get bit by some insects, some wasps, honeybees or anything like that. Animal bite, wash it thoroughly. Lots of water, lots of soap. All the saliva of the animal should be washed away. Even if it is a scratch from the pet or the stray animal, you need to rub it, wash it properly with soap and water. Visit your nearest physician, let them assess, inform them about which animal or insect has bitten. Insects, you may not be sure, but animal definitely. Get the post-exposure vaccines, definitely. Don't forget to take that. For homeopathic remedies in such cases, there could be many, depending upon symptoms. So, basically, you need to visit the homeopathic physician in such cases. Last one, most common again in the household is burn injuries. So these burns can be from minor बर्तन पे हाथ लगा दिया, गर्म पानी गिर गया. I suggest if it is coin-sized burn, coin-sized blister, don't worry. If it is more than that, please, please, please visit your nearest medical facility because children they have already burn is a very painful condition and children have little less tolerance to pain. They will cry their lungs out and it will put you into a panic state. So if it is more, it's better to go to the physician. If it is coin sized, it's okay. Just don't rub it, don't scrub it, hold it under ice water, put it in ice water only to soothe the pain. It will not help in healing. The pain will be soothed due to the coldness of the water or the ice. And do not put any toothpaste or anything on that. If there is a blister, do not rupture it. Rupturing the blister will only create more infection. We don't want that. We don't want nasty scars. So please do not rupture the blister, how much ever big it is, how much ever small it is. Any super added infection will delay the healing process. Your child will be in more pain rather than getting cured fast. One more, this is very recent and this was actually not in a plan, but I had to add it because my own boy had put a button from the shirt into his nostril. Foreign objects, any foreign object ingested, nostril, ears, please supervise the kids while they are playing with beads, marbles, coins. They tend to experiment. They tend to do whatever they feel like with things and see how it comes out. So if that object, you know what it is, if it is very nearly visible, try to just pinch it with a plucker. If it's deep inside, don't put your hands or fingers to just try to pull it out. Don't do that because you may unknowingly push the object more inside. We don't want to do that. what you can do is visit your nearest ENT if it is for the nose and the ear. Visit, let them do their job, and come back. If it is something that is ingested, please don't wait. Visit your nearest medical facility, get it assessed, and avoid any kind of complications. So, you may be hearing about me uh, telling about visiting the facility, but I suggest just take a few, take home message from this talk would be always keep ice at home, always use antiseptic soap and running water for the injured part, always, always take TT shots after injury, never apply turmeric, oil, or any non medicated substances on the injured area, keep the area as clean as possible. Last but not the least, the parent or the caretaker has to stay as calm as possible. If you go into panic, it gets transferred to the child and the child panics all the more. We need to stay as quiet, as calm as possible. So let's take up the Q&A. We have a few questions. First one is, my 5-year-old had a fall and bled his knee badly. How can I manage this at home? So if it is a fall and if it is a bleeding, like I suggested, if it is from a dirty place, wash it thoroughly with soap and water. Keep the area as clean as possible. Get your TT shot. And then, if need be, if the swelling doesn't subside, please get it assessed by your physician. Next question. My 10-year-old daughter hurt her face while fall, and this led to bleeding in the gums. What is the first aid and extra do I need to manage it? Okay. So if there is a bleeding from the gums, again, ice, best solution. Ask the child to put an ice cube in the mouth and hold it against the bleeding portion. Gargle the mouth, hold it again, gargle the mouth, hold it again. If the child is unable to hold the ice cube very well, let it hold cold water in the mouth. That will help too. And the bleeding will subside. For the next, if there is pain or anything after that, arnica medicine helps the best. Last question we have is, a 12-year-old had a burn with firecrackers. Okay, how can I manage this? Firecrackers is a little more than what you can manage at home. However, if it is a minor burn, like I suggested, don't rupture the blisters, don't scrub the skin, don't wash it with soap and water. Just hold it under cold water for healing, for just soothing the pain. And if it is an infection, to avoid the infection, you need to get a TT shot. Silverex ointment at home can help you heal with the open wounded area. And that's it. With the pain, you have to manage accordingly. Is there a way to manage blood clot injuries at home and pain as my 6-year-old keeps having a fall? Yeah, this is most common. 6-year-old small kids tend to keep falling. So basically, arnica medicine and ice pack. That's the only thing that you have to keep at home. Arnica immediately as soon as the child gets injured, 2-3 pills every 3-4 hours depending upon the severity, and ice pack immediately just to press the injured area, press the clotted area so that the bleeding stops and the clot subsides. So I guess we are up for questions today. I hope you had a great time. I hope it was a very informative session. You can connect with me on my Instagram also. Take care.